That's not cool. Can't rotate your phone, huh? Alright, I'm about to redo this thing. This thing. What's up? Man, this just messed up my shot. Can't hear it? What the heck, man? Can you guys hear me? Cool. Let me see. Had this all set up, but then it said that you can't rotate your screen, so had to reboot here. And the angle isn't quite as good as it was, but you know, we're gonna make it happen. Adapt to adversity. The best wrestlers are the ones who can adapt to adversity the best. Why is this thing in the shot? Okay. Guess I'll do most stuff from right here. Check my parameters real quick. You guys hear me from back here? I'm pretty loud, so I figure you can. Let's see. All right. Bet. 2:30. Let's get this show on the road. So, wanted to, when Lewis texted me about this, about doing this, I'm not gonna lie, I got like the nervous butterflies in my stomach because I thought about it like, okay, you want to work out like with no partner, just by yourself, and you can use props definitely, but in my mind, whenever he texts me, I thought, okay, no props, no partner, and figure out how to do it without a mat, but you know, couldn't really figure that part out because there's certain techniques that you just kind of need a mat for, I think. So this is my kind of sales pitch to parents right now. Get a home mat for your kids. Like if your kid's serious about wrestling, been wrestling for 2 or 3 years, 3 or 4 years, get them a home mat. Get her a home mat so that, you know, they can work on their skills at home, their shots, their knee slides, knee bounces, stuff like that you just kind of need a mat for. Or just like, you know, one of those, you can get those black puzzle piece mats or whatever, just something to kind of protect your knees so you're not tearing your knees up, okay? Got the little wrestling facility in my garage, but you don't need all this, just like a 10 by 10 mat. I think they sell them on AK Athletics or whatever. It's a little bit of an investment for sure, but it's worth it in the long run. So, start off with a little warm up here. It's always important to warm up properly. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to give you guys here. A less of, all right, what moves can I drill with my partners, and more, what can I do on my own to get better? kind of I'll let you guys in on some insights on how I got better, how I had success in the sport, and the things that kind of got me to where I was, where you don't have to rely on a partner that's going to be ready to go, or, you know, get the schedules lined up. So let's start with a little warm up. All right, we're going to start with push-ups. Here we go, 25 push-ups. $19, $20, $21, $22, $23, $24, $25. Now we'll go with crunches. Yeah, since I'm filming it on my phone, I can't play music, so it makes it kind of gloomy, but it is what it is. This is where you're kind of in your zone, man. Squats. Yeah, music I feel like is great, but you know, sometimes can be a distractor. Sometimes you gotta be sitting here kind of grinding it out. Listen to yourself breathe. Whoa. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. All right, now we're gonna pick up our heart rate a little bit. We're jogging in place. Jogging in place. See, you don't gotta have a lot of space to get after it and get better. The stuff I'm gonna show you throughout this thing is gonna be the stuff that only the most dedicated wrestlers are actually trying to do. You know, easy to get in there, go a bunch of live matches, get in there, scramble around, roll around, it's fun. And those things definitely have their purpose, but I feel like that small incremental work that you can do on your own that's not necessarily as fun is also equally as important. All right, high knees, go. Gotta get a good warm up. I've heard a lot of coaches come on here and say great things about getting a good warm up. I think it was the New Jersey Scorpion Club, I think, who said, you know, you can't go out there and just get a 5-minute warm up, a 10-minute warm up. Got to be dripping, got to be ready to go. Butt kicked. So that's very important. Got to get a good warm up in. I'm a big proponent, big believer in warm ups. My guys, I'm the head coach at Shawnee High School in Oklahoma. If you watch us warm up, we wear white long sleeve shirts. Those things are pretty much like see-through by the end, dripping. Got a little bit of blood on them. Our guys are busted up, ready to go, ready to get after it, ready for war. Good. All right. Jumping jacks. Jumping jacks are good, man. People forget about jumping jacks or think jumping jacks are maybe too easy sometimes, but good warm up. Good maybe in between transition thing to doing conditioning as well. Keep your heart rate warmed up a little bit. Stretch out your groin some. Frankenstein walks. Get those hamstrings warmed up. Good. All right, so this is part of our warm-up still, but it's starting to work on skills that we'll need. So bear crawl, knee slide. You still don't need a whole lot of space, okay? Obviously with our knee slide, usually we're trying to get distance. So going opposite hand, opposite step, knee sliding, okay? So I can put a little bit of a bear crawl with that. Knee slide. Knee slide. Kind of weird that it's called a knee slide, honestly, because you're sliding on like your laces. So it probably should be called a lace slide to be realistic. But you know, in wrestling, there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat, and we have different names for stuff. So that's our knee slide, okay? Talk about hip heist now. So some kids get confused on hip heist, and they just try to throw only this leg over. Well, it's called a hip heist because it's like this leg is going under while this leg goes over, okay? So I'm hip heisting, okay? Little crab walk with the hip heist. I want to flip over in the air, okay? Hip heist. Hit a couple of those. I don't want to land all sprawled out, stretched out. Never really want to be real long in wrestling. This isn't a powerful position for me. This is an athletic position for me. I can't move well here. So I want to hip heist to here. Hip heist. Ready to move, ready to wrestle. Okay? Drop steps. Okay? I call these drop steps. Some people call them duck walks, whatever. This is a functional workout as well because it's kind of that transition part of your shot after you hit your knee and you're sliding through. I don't have my hands on the mat here. Big chest, okay? Wrinkles in my neck. Simulating proper wrestling position. That's gonna be a big theme this whole time, is simulating proper wrestling position. Okay. All right. Rolling out your back. Get our back and our neck ready to go. This is important, but definitely if you're on a team that's real big on hand fighting, getting heavy with the hands, which everybody should be, got to get that neck worked out because if not, could be sore for a long time. Okay. Bridges, something we don't pay, I feel like, enough attention to, especially in like folk style, collegiate style wrestling, are bridges and that back flexibility. Freestyle, obviously we focus on that more with the techniques, back arching, and it's more of a part of the technique structure there, but we should still focus on back flexibility in folk style wrestling as well. So hit some bridges. This helps you warm up your neck as well. But you also want to just be working on that arch, holding, breathing. Okay, get yourself ready to roll. All right, stretch whatever else you need real quick. Get ready for some work on our stance and motion. All right, cool. So, if you guys have any questions, just throw them up there. I'll try to check it occasionally. So, all right, stance. So, stance is one of the most important things about wrestling. Every single match, whether it's folk style, collegiate, freestyle, or Greco, all of them are going to start in neutral position. Neutral position. That means both guys are on their feet looking at each other. So, got to have a good stance, got to have a good position. Now, talk about folk style stance, freestyle stance really here. But, so, I want to be in a position where I can guard my legs and my body. The guy's going to score on me by getting to my legs and my body. So keep in mind, throughout this thing, I'm going to be talking about the techniques and philosophies I believe in now that I've learned and I think are necessarily the best for those situations. But that doesn't mean there's techniques out there that I haven't learned, or that doesn't mean that the things might work for you better a different way, okay? So just keep all that in mind. So I see kids out there with their hands up in a great stance, great position with wrinkles in their neck. That's fine. But my main concern is the hands being up, because I want to teach that the hands are down, okay? Talk about being from where you're from. From Oklahoma, man, people are low singling people out here. You got your hands up here and you're in a great position ready to wrestle. John Smith is low singling that leg all day. Heck, John Smith's probably low singling you down here too, but still, okay? You're getting low singled if your hands are up. So you want to make sure your hands are down. I also think it's kind of a waste of energy. You got to think about being efficient with your energy. It's a waste of energy to have your arms here cocked, not doing anything. I want to have my hands down, kind of dangling, ready to fire, ready to protect. Okay, so that's my first thing on my stance. I want to have my hands down. Next, I want to make sure my legs are engaged. See a lot of guys bent over at the waist. Okay, that's not where you want to be. My butt needs to be way lower than my head here. See, my butt and my head are kind of in the same position here, in the same level. I want to have my butt way lower than my head. Look how high my head is. Wrinkles in my neck, hands are down. This is a good wrestle position. I'm ready to wrestle here. Okay. I'm ready to sprawl, okay? I'm ready to shoot. You know, I'm ready to hand fight. I'm ready to re-attack. I'm ready to do whatever. That's what I want to be like in my stance. I want to be ready for whatever, ready for war. All right, so this is my stance. I'll always stay in this position, right? So, talking about hands down, okay? Talking about hands down in my stance, stay in a good position. Now I want to talk about engaging your opponent, all right? So, there's different ways to engage our opponent. Sometimes some guys like to get in their personal space, kind of crowd them so that they'll reach first, okay? But I like to make first contact whenever I wrestle, okay? So if I'm going to make first contact with the guy and I'm a right leg lead, I want to make sure I make opposite hand contact. If I make contact with the same side hand, I'm going to get posted up and scored on, okay? So guarding my legs, making opposite hand contact every time. Okay, we're wrestling, I'm making opposite hand contact. So a little drill. You know, I don't know if I actually came up with this or if I learned this in high school, one or the other. But it's a nice drill that I use to simulate it, okay? I'm going opposite hand, opposite leg, and the same side hand is guarding that leg, okay? And then I'll switch, okay? And then I'll switch. Looks really, really easy, and for some of you guys it might be, but I'm telling you, some of you will actually struggle with it. You'll come out, you'll try to go too fast, okay, and you'll be going same side the whole time, okay? Make sure you're going opposites. It's just like you walk. Naturally, you walk that way, okay? It's natural for you, all right? So opposites, opposite, right? Opposites, opposites. When I get to the end, I circle up. I want to simulate good position. I circle up. I don't cross my feet or come out of position. I circle up, guarding my lead leg. Guarding my lead leg, reaching opposite, staying in good position, okay? Guys, I used to do this all the time. My sophomore year in college, first time All-American, every morning, not every morning, but Tuesday and Thursday morning, I would go in the room at like 6:30 or something like that. I think the girls were lifting and they would come in after, okay? And I would do these. I would do stuff like this on my own, just reaching opposites, basic stuff to train those positions, train those reactions. Always here. Always here. Never same side. Never same side. All right, next one. It's called, that one I call reaching opposites. This one I call banging opposites. Remember I talked to you guys about that heavy hands. Okay, I love heavy hands. I love putting pressure on guys. I love breaking people. So, in order to train that, okay, I want to do the same thing, step opposite so that I don't put myself in a dangerous position while I'm trying to reach. If I'm going same side to club, I might get posted up, I might get low singled or something like that. I can't go same side. So when I go to club, okay, also when I club, I make this kind of cobra grip, right? This area, palm area, I want to cradle the back of his head back here, okay? You got your little bald spot kind of almost right under the crown right there, okay? The crown, all right? So, back of the head. So opposite, here. And I use my body and I change levels with it. I change levels with it. Once I get my arm on him, my hand on him, there's initial contact, but more than the initial contact, it's about actually hanging on him, wearing on him, okay? Using your weight, your body to pull on that guy. If you're using just arms, you're gonna wear yourself out and it's not gonna be as effective. So you wanna use your whole body. So banging opposites. Same thing, opposite here. Boom, 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 boom. Circling up, circling up. Boom. Circling up, circling up. Then you get a little faster with it. Circling up, okay? Then I wanna combine the two, right? I want to kind of wrestle this style, so I want to combine the two. So I'm here, reaching opposite, then when I follow it up, I step with the other foot and bang opposite, okay? Remember, this hand has to guard my leg. So I'm reaching here while I'm guarding my leg, and then I'm banging, other hand's guarding my leg, okay? My bad. Just talking over there, I guess. I'm reaching here, guarding my leg. Then I'm banging here, guarding my leg. Okay? So, here, boom. Here, boom. Okay? Here, boom. Here, boom. Give him that club a little bit. Alright? So, I'm here, boom. Here, boom. Now go the other way. Okay? So, I'm here, and then boom. Here, boom. Here, boom. And then it kind of just starts to become natural to you. Do that all the time. Do that every day. Okay? So, last one I want to go over kind of in that same format is a drag. Just kind of a windshield wipe drag. So you guys know the drill. As the guy's reaching for you, posting on you, I drag it, boom, and I'm stepping. Drag it, boom, and I'm stepping. Okay? So I want to get really fluid with those too. Drag, 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 drag. Okay, circling up. Drag, 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 drag. Circling up. Drag, drag. Might have to put this on a TikTok, man. I just got TikTok. Drag, 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 drag. Okay, you can do chop drags there too, actually. Chop drag, chop drag. All right, so just some little things you guys can do on your own to get better, okay? Little things you can do. Moving on. So that's kind of incorporating my hand fighting and how I can kind of do some hand fighting stuff on my own. But now I'm going to put that also with my stance motion. A lot of people do stance motion drill. I feel like do it enough. Ask any guy that I've coached, any team that I've been on, we do stance motion all the time. Every practice, beginning of practice, it's supposed to be like 10, 15 minutes. Might stretch to 30, 35, 40, depending if we're doing things right. So, stance motion. Very, very important drill here. There's so many different facets of stance and motion that I feel like sometimes people just kind of glance over. So, we already talked about the stance and position. Be in good position. You can touch the mat. You got wrinkles in your neck. You got your hands down. Okay? Loose. Loose, not stiff. I don't want to be stiff when I wrestle. I want to flow, and that's coming from me, and I'm a pretty stiff guy anyway, but the more I coach, the more I loosen up. Okay, so loose, right? And I'm going to start working on my stance motions. Now, the first key that I want to talk about in my stance motion is back steps, okay? Go out and watch anybody wrestle. Go out and watch anybody warm up. They will back step eventually, okay? I really tried to focus on this and correct this and take it out of my stance motion, but I still backstep all the time. And it's a work in progress. It's a little incremental thing, small thing that you got to work on all the time and slowly, slowly get better, because most people are in this habit right here. You've seen it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So all you got to do is little single, boom. Keep talking about low singles. I don't even really shoot low singles. Okay, ankle pick, boom. Don't shoot ankle picks either. Okay, single leg, boom. Time them. You get timed. You don't want a guy to be able to time you, okay? You don't want to get in a rhythm, okay? This is kind of a hard concept to understand. I don't want to be in a rhythm when I'm in my stance motion, but I want to be within the melody of the music, if that makes sense. So, I don't want to be in a rhythm. Right, left, right, left. This little thing right here is the back step that I'm talking about. I want to eliminate that out of my motion. So the way to eliminate that out of my motion is I'm circling. Say I'm circling right, and I want to go left. All I do is step forward and change directions. Step forward and change directions. Now I'm circling, circling. Step forward and change directions. That eliminates that back step, and that also accomplishes something else that I'm trying to do, which is take ground and get an angle. That helps with both of those things. I'm taking ground and getting an angle as I'm switching direction. Taking ground and getting an angle as I'm switching directions. So eliminate that back step. We don't want to see this. We don't want to see this. Little drill that you can do to kind of see and simulate this and see where you're at with your back step, and as you can kind of move, motion into a corner. And I should be able to get to this corner and get out of here without back step. And I can circle, I can circle, I can circle, I can circle up and stay right here. See, there one was. Boom, boom, boom. Hands down. Hands down. At least the one that's guarding my lead leg needs to be down at all times. Boom, circling, just changing direction. So why don't you guys try that? Okay, go out and try that little just tight circle drill for yourself real quick and work on not backstepping. Okay, tight circle drill right here. Tight circles. I'm circling right, right, right. Now I'm going to change direction. Left. Other hands down. Change direction. Right. Simple stuff, guys, but very valuable. Okay, boom, got that. Take the back step out of it. That's the next part I was going to talk about anyway. Wide and tight circles. Just showed you guys a really tight circle. So think about a wide circumference circle. Think about a really wide circumference circle, like right here. I'm circling the whole room now with my right circle. Go left, circling the whole room. Big difference between those two circles I just did. So you got to think about those two and every other different variation of degree in between, okay? That's a lot of different angles that you can attack by just circling left and right. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of variance already in your stance because you're trying to keep that guy guessing. You don't want them to ever get comfortable. That's another part about pressuring somebody. If they're never comfortable, they never have time to breathe. They never have time to kind of gather their thoughts, take that breath, start to get into their stuff, start to get into their flow, okay? If you can keep them disrupted the whole time, guessing, wondering what you're doing, you're putting pressure on them mentally and physically, and that's just going to get them closer to breaking, and that's your ultimate goal. That should be your ultimate goal, I think, in wrestling is to break, dominate your opponent, okay? Make it to where they never want to wrestle you again, all right? When they see your name on the bracket, they're like, oh man, I have to wrestle Turner. Coach, my ankle hurts now. I don't know what happened. Something happened in warm-up. Okay, that's what you want to be to them. Okay, so back to it. So I got tight and wide circles in all the different variations in between. All right. Repeating steps. I don't want to repeat my steps, right? I don't want to just go 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, because once again, then I can get timed, okay? So I want to make sure I'm switching it up, right? Uh-oh. Can you guys see it? Hopefully. I don't know. I'm just going to keep going. Okay, so, like, I might circle 1, 2, 3 to the right, 1, 2 back to the left, 1 back to the right, 2 more back to the left, 2 more back to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4 tight circles to the right, to the left, 1, 2, 3, 6. You know what I mean? Wow, can't even count. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but just switching it up. Does that make sense? So I don't just want to circle, like I said, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. I want to be switching it up. 7 to the right, 2 back to the left, 1 back to the right, 8 back to the left, 6 back to the right, 3 back to the left, 1 back to the right, 8 back to the left. Just circling, moving. And obviously when I'm in a match, I'm not going to be just sitting there counting how many times I'm circling left and right. But in practice, while I'm actually working on this and trying to create those habits and build those habits, I am going to be thinking about that consciously at times. How many have I circled to the right now? Okay? Am I making a habit of only circling one way? Now, also keep in mind, if I have a lot more takedowns, like if I'm a really, really, really good single leg guy, and I want to be circling left a lot so that guy's stepping and I can shoot my single, that's fine to think about. But I still got to switch it up and be circling different directions. So, switching it up. Okay. So, we'll stick with those for right now. Actually, one more. Jab, step, direction change. So, there's different ways to change direction. I just told you guys one, okay? I literally just step forward and change direction. 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 But I can also kind of jab, step, change direction, okay? I jab, step. So if I'm wrestling and I jab and change direction, jab and change direction. So that's something else to kind of put in your arsenal there, just that jab, step, change direction, okay? All right, so now, you can work on your stance motion with just those things. Oftentimes I see people only do stance and motion like full out, all go. Sometimes I make my guys just do stance and motion with only changing directions included. All you can do is circle right and left and different variations of that. So that's what this would look like, okay? I tell them to go out, change directions, or stance and motion, but only changing directions, only circling right and left. So they're moving. That was a fake. We don't have fakes in yet. Okay, moving. Two, switching it up, 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 switching it up. Okay, I'm wanting to fake too much, so let's put fakes in as well. So typically when I do that, I put in changing directions and fakes as well. So with your fake, a lot of people with their fake will fake, boom, and they're already coming back while they're getting the reaction that they wanted out of their fake, okay? Your fake's gonna cause them to have certain reactions. You can fake and freeze them. If you fake and freeze them, you go right back into your other attack and score, okay? You can fake and cause them to sprawl, kind of go down to their knees with their hands on the mat. That's perfect. If I do that, I'm wanting to cover on my front head position. You can fake and they might come up out of position. If you do that, I'm coming to blast. You can get lots of different reactions out of your fake, but you don't want to just retreat, because while I was getting that reaction, I was going backwards and I wasn't able to capitalize off that. So when I fake, I want to stay with my fake, okay? Now, you got to think about, why are people retreating on their fake? Well, that's because they feel like they're in danger. You stick your leg out there, okay, it could get taken. It was John Smith in his first Olympic medal match, okay? He hit that fake in that first period, boom. Guy ended up getting his leg, but then he started wrestling out of it, ended up getting his leg in there and got to that wizard position, got his leg out and ended up eventually scoring, but it can happen. So if you get nervous with your fake, instead of backing up, why don't you just square? You were backing up to get square anyway, right? Why don't you just square where you're at? Fake, and if I feel like, you know, that I didn't get the reaction I wanted, or he's about to attack me, boom, I can square here. In my square stance, I'm in a position to defend. I don't need to back up to defend. Okay, I fake, boom, and I square. Another thing about your fake is you want to use your arms. A lot of people fake with just their legs, and that's not going to get them reacting as much as if you use your arms. You want it to look like you're shot, like you're coming. Okay, and the way to get the reaction out of somebody is to use your arm with the fake. Boom. See, my trail leg's kind of sliding anyway. It's kind of coming anyway. Because, boom, I could be attacking or I could be just going to square. Boom. But it's coming. It's not just going to wait back there, okay? So I fake, boom, coming. So add that in. So we're circling big circles, wide circles, and tight circles, all the circles in between, and working on faking. Working on keeping wrinkles in our neck, hands down, okay, butt down, eyes up, elbows in, not repeating our steps, not hitting that back step, and not retreating on our fake. So it seems really simple, right? We're just working on stance and motion and circling and faking. But there's a lot of different intricacies and caveats to that we got to think about. And this is the time to think about it, right? We're quarantined. We don't have anywhere to go. It's time to do small technical work and make a big difference in your matches. One of my high school coaches, Jay Gibson, used to always tell me, little things win big matches. Little things win big matches. So if you can start to fix these back steps in these different times when you might be out of position later, then that's just going to help you to be more successful in your wrestling. All right? So I'm circling, I'm moving, I'm faking every now and then. I'm moving, I'm getting my hands involved. I'm adding those other drills in as well, okay? I'm reaching opposites, I'm reaching opposites. I'm banging opposites, I'm moving, I'm snapping, I'm faking, I'm moving. Boom. So with your fakes, you also got level changes, okay? So this is a fake, and this is a level change. Sometimes I might just level change. I can use them all to get guys off balance. All these are my tools to get people off balance, to get people guessing, okay? So I might level change here, and then I might fake. Okay, I might combo them up. So there's different things that I can use to get guys off balance, get guys out of position. So now, I got fakes, level changes, direction changes, all that added in. Still not taking any shots, still not sprawling, still not down blocking, anything like that, okay? Here we go. Ready? Go. Moving, hands moving too. So we see here in hand fight as well. Whenever you're in your stance motion, you want to simulate good position. Boom, I'm doing hooks, I'm snapping, I'm faking. I'm changing directions. Moving, getting better here, thinking about what I'm doing. I might slow it down. And really focus. I might speed it up, okay? I got that down, that thing that I wanted to correct. I corrected that back step, now I'm moving. I'm working on my jab step direction changes. Boom, boom, boom. I got my hands and feet moving together. This guy that's on the Big Ten Network, I steal stuff from him all the time. He says, get your hands and feet moving in concert. I like that, in concert, together. Okay, so that's what we're working on. Understand? Good. I think we spent way too much time on that. Wow, we're already 30 minutes in. Okay, so, review real quick. Stance in motion. We don't want to take back steps. We want to take wide and tight circles. We don't want to repeat our steps. We don't want to get in a rhythm there. We want to change directions, fakes, level changes. All right, now let's hit in down blocks and sprawls and stuff real quick. So down block. When I down block, okay, I have to put my foot back in a different place. A lot of people, when they drill, they don't do this when they wrestle, but when they drill, they put, like on their own shadow wrestling, they go here. Put the foot right back in the same place. You're getting taken down. You're just practicing on how to get taken down. So make sure to put it back in a different place. Boom. Okay? Boom. Just a small circle up. Boom. Understand? Down block. Shots. So, in stance motion too, sometimes you see guys only drilling double legs, only doing their double leg. Only doing their double leg. You can hit your other shots in stance motion as well, guys. And this is a good way to drill that too. So, say I'm posting up, hitting my high crotch, he's reaching, I'm simulating him reaching, I'm hitting my high crotch. I want to hit every step right still. So I'm posting, I'm deep penetrating, okay? I should be balanced through here. I should be able to hit my movement slowly and not have to rush through and be unbalanced, okay? Here, posting, here, trail leg coming, covering, driving across, right? So that way I can hit it fast later too, okay? Single leg, same thing. I like to do a knee pull, single pull, step. Here, I'm simulating grabbing the knee and I'm circling around. Boom. I see some guys when they do stance motion in singles, they go here. I'm not gonna say that's wrong, because I can understand the concept, but for me, a concept that I kind of have really, I kind of stole it from jiu-jitsu, is that you really don't want your hands on the mat. Think about it in wrestling. You don't want your hands on the mat with weight. Give me an ideal situation where you have weight on your hands on the mat. You can just put it in the comments. There's probably, I can't really think of one. And if I'm on bottom here, I'm trying to get out. Nobody's like, yeah, you did a pretty good job, man. of spending two minutes on bottom that match. In college, the more riding time you get rewarded by having a point. You know what I mean? If you have a minute more than the other guy. So it's an advantage to get off bottom. You get away, you get a point. They reward you. So you don't want to be hands on the mat with weight down. Even if I got strapped down, I don't want to have weight on my hands. So we'll talk about that later when we get back to bottom. But yeah, that's just why I don't like that on a single leg. Boom, boom, I go here. Right back up. I also don't want my knees on the mat when I wrestle. I want my knees on the mat for at least the amount of time as possible as well. So when I take my shots, boom, boom, they should be coming right off. Right? So that's opening up all kinds of different things for my stance motion. Right? Last one we'll add in is sprawls. Sprawls. When I sprawl, I want to hit the front of my hip. Sometimes we get confused, start to hit the side of our hip. Wrestle, practice how you want to wrestle. Front of my hip, boom, dropping it on them. Yeah, I want to punish this person with my sprawl, but I don't want to jump up higher to punish this person with my sprawl. I want to get to the mat as quickly as possible. Getting to the mat and getting my legs back is more important than punishing the person. So I focus on getting my legs back and getting down to the mat, and I, add punishing the person in with my hips later. So I'm here. They're not shooting to this leg. If I have this leg forward, if they are, okay, boom, I'm scoring anyway. I have to sprawl my lead leg. And I go here, and I have this leg bent. Okay, lots of weight and pressure into this hip. I'm not down on my elbows here. That's an error. Up here, weight to my hip. Circling up, bent leg side. Ready to wrestle. Okay, same thing on the other side. Sprawl, boom. Circling up, bent leg side. Ready to wrestle. So my full stance and motion drill has all that included in it. All right? So, and like I said, there's little spurts where you're going to go faster and slower. You can use speed as well to kind of lull your opponent to sleep. Sometimes like you're just kind of flowing. You always want to be in your flow. But sometimes you might not be moving as fast. You're kind of circling slow. Then you may speed it up. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Getting your hand fight in there, okay? Circle, move, move. I got my shot there. Down block, down block, down block. Move, boom, 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 boom. Okay, don't forget about your slide bys. You can hit your slide bys. Okay, collar steal. Sometimes I like to slide by collar steal and they square back up. Hit my high crotch. Right? Boom, starting to combo things up. Hit my high crotch. They step out of it. I go straight to my single leg. Right? Okay? Hit my single leg. It's not there. I go straight to my high crotch. Score. Right? Starting to hit reshots from this. Down block. Reshot in the double. Okay? Hand fight. Moving. Pulling a guy. Ooh. Pull to your single. Right? Sprawl. Circling up. Boom. Then I find my high crotch. Right? So there's all kinds of different facets to stance and motion. All right, we gotta move on. Spent actually way too much time there. Okay, bottom. Let's talk about some bottom drills really, really quickly. There's this one called pop-up drill. Pop-up drill is working on incorporating my hips, okay, throwing my back of my head and my chest up to help me explode off bottom. I'm not actually standing to my feet, and I'm not using my feet to really spring me up. I want to be brought up by my back, the back of my head, and my chest coming up, and my hips coming out so hard that I come off the ground a little bit. Boom! Looks silly, but very effective for learning this chain of motion of how to pop and explode here. Boom! Okay? You'll switch your hands every time. Coming across, getting hand control, Boom! Boom! Woo! Hand control. Okay? Pop-up drill. That one sucks. Do that on your own. Do like 50 of those. See how you feel. Now I'm going to go into my regular stand-up real quick. Everybody does a stand-up differently. This is the one I found to be the most effective. So I pretend my knee and my elbow are attached with the string here. I'm gonna make a C shape with my elbow. C shape with my elbow, right? Right here. And I'm gonna come up with my foot at an angle. So I'm making that C shape with my elbow. Look where it doesn't come here, it comes here. See that? That way when they're trying to push me forward, they can't. Here, he's just gonna pull you right back over. So, here, get an angle, okay? Get an angle. Angles are good in wrestling. Hand control, right? Then I'm gonna go 2 hands to 1 here, and I'm gonna pivot up. So this back foot right here, watch it, it turns out. It turns out. It turns out, so that helps me to pivot up. See what happened there? Turned out, pivot up, okay? So that's what's happening on the back side. So here, boom, 2 hands to 1, turn your foot out, pivot up, okay? Hand in the back pocket, get your foot out so I can get my hips out, okay? Head back up, chest out, right? Hand in the back pocket. I don't want it right here. He can still lock his hands up. I put it all the way in my back pocket, extended. Now if he locks his hands, they're gonna be between my crotch or behind my back. Both of those are fine. I'm cutting and getting away. Keeping the hand in the back pocket, other arm high. So his arm's gonna be still wrapped around my waist because I got this other one in the back pocket. I'm coming arm high, and with my motion, I wanna pretend like I'm breaking his arm off. Right? It's not actually going to break his arm or probably elbow him at all, but that's kind of how violent I want to be with the motion, and that's the motion I want to go with. Whoa! This hand's touching the mat on the way down. Step. And I turn, and I'm in my position. Right? Again. 2 hands to 1, pivot up, back pocket, cut. Ready to wrestle. Okay? Other side. Different angle. Here, boom, 2 hands to 1, pivot up, back pocket, cut. Ready to wrestle, all right? That's the stand-up I like. So, there. Now, we want to work on our back pressure. We want to work on our back pressure with this. We use the wall, okay? Hopefully you guys can see this. So, I want my side up against the wall here, okay? This is the side the person's riding. Right? I'm going to get that angle when I step up, and this is how I'll be able to tell too. So I come up here, boom, got an angle. 2 hands to 1, pivot up, and then my back's going to be into the wall. Pressuring, hand in the back pocket, cut, turn. Right? Change directions. Here, 2 to 1, pivot up, pressure, hand in the back pocket, cut. Get the concept? Okay? Drill stand-ups all day long. Should be able to hit that in your sleep, okay? Crap. Knee slides, knee bounces. We're actually on schedule. Pretty good. Okay, knee slides and knee bounces. So like I told you guys earlier, when you're hitting your knee slide, it should be really like called an ankle or a shoelace slide. Anytime in wrestling you want to slide, you're sliding on your laces. So the further I step this foot up and lock this hand, the further it allows me to slide. Obviously, I don't want to just get myself in horrible position here, but I'm going to step out there pretty good. I'm going to step out there pretty good so that I can slide and get distance. Look how far I just slid in one slide. Okay? I'm trying to get away from this guy. This is for when a guy's spiraling me, trying to run me this way. Okay? Spiraling me out. I'm going to step, and instead of him running me, I knee slide. Okay? He's running me on this side. I step, and I knee slide. Okay? So, knee slide. Hit those all the time. Get better at those. Gonna kind of rush through these last parts. Knee bounce, this is another variation. Guy's trying to spiral me to the right. So he's trying to spiral me down. right? Instead of going down, I go with the pressure and it relieves it all. So I bounce on this inside knee. So instead of going this way, I go that way on my own. Boom. I want to change at least directions, at least 90 degrees. Use the momentum from my knee bouncing, boom, to get back into them. Cut. Okay? Same thing the other way. I'm up. Okay, this one I don't have to walk forward either. On the knee slide, I kind of walk. On this one, I just up in my quad pod, tripod, whatever you want to call it. Knee bouncing, change the direction. He's trying to take me this way, spiral me out. I'm changing direction, boom, getting back into him, cut. Okay? Don't have to have a lot of room. Okay? Knee bounce. All right. So, really quickly, we just talked about earlier that concept of hands on the mat. I don't want to have a lot of pressure and weight on my hands on the mat. I want most of the weight to be in my legs and my trunk. Okay, so if they do bump me and kind of get me to where my hands are more on the mat, I'm just going to quickly slide my knees under so I can get my hands back up. Okay, I don't want my hands down. I'm using my hands to close down my pockets. Okay, a drill that we kind of incorporated this season to help our guys with keeping our pockets closed down was this. We just called it kind of sliding around. It was almost like a stance motion flow type drill. Blew the whistle, and for 30 seconds they were kind of moving. They're with the partner getting bumped around, moving. Okay, working on getting up. Why do I need my hands? Why do I need my hands to get up? I don't. I can get up from any of these situations with just my legs. Okay? Don't put your hands down. All right. Cool. So, gonna talk like just a second about some freestyle concepts that you guys can do on your own too. There's a line right here in the mat. Find a line in the concrete, at your house. Find a line anywhere. Step one foot in front of the line. Okay? Other foot, my shin is coming to my calf, right? So step one foot, boom, shin is coming to my calf, and I'm planting this left toe, boom, right here, right? So step, and then I'm going to spin. So I'm gonna be up on my toes when I spin, and I'm gonna make sure my knees are bent here, right? Step, and I'm up on my toes as I'm spinning. And I want to fall forward at the end. That shows that my weight and my distribution was going the right way. So, step, spin. Wrestling, moving. Step, spin. Get the hand incorporated, the hand motion if you want an arm spin or arm throw, right? Step, spin. Step, spin. Okay, do the other side, step, same thing, this toe stepping, shin to calf, okay? And then I'm gonna spin, my knees are bent, spin, and then explode at the end. Right, back step. Okay, you can use your back step on your arm spin, your arm throw. There's even back step headlocks, hip tosses. Okay, you want to be good on your back steps. Wall walks. So, not really gonna get, my angle's kind of messed up on this now too, since I had to turn the camera, but wall walks, important to work on back flexibility, be about, I don't know, arm's length or so. Kind of fill this out for yourself. I'm gonna sit in the chair, pop my hips, and I want to kind of hang for a second before I start working back. So I pop my hips, boom, hang, walk down, come back up, okay? You can incorporate your step with it, step, sit in the chair, boom, pop your hips and hang. Okay, kind of cheated that one. Anyway, so you get the concepts. We're gonna get into it. I'm kind of rushing because I want to get into this circuit real quick. That's gonna be miserable, but let's get a little burn in. Let's finish this thing up right. All right, so We're gonna do a circuit exercise. First exercise is sprawl burpees. First exercise is sprawl burpees, okay? Sprawl burpees. So I'm sprawling, boom. I'm coming up, okay? Circle up, and I jump. Then I'm sprawling the other side. Sprawl, boom, circle up, jump. Understand sprawl burpees. Next one is stand-ups. Okay, both sides, work a stand-up. Stand up, boom, cut, get away. Stand up, boom, cut, get away. Don't waste a lot of time getting back down. Okay, next one is shots. Just going with the high crotch single leg. Okay, single leg, boom, high crotch, boom. Single leg, boom, high crotch, boom. Okay, high crotch single legs. Push-ups, everybody else having push-ups, V-ups, and footwork, same thing, find another line. We're going step, 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 step. Okay, here we go. It's gonna be horrible. Woo! Ah! Sometimes you gotta let out your war cry, get crunk for yourself. All right, ready? And we'll start at 16 or 51. 3, 2, 1. Ready, go. Circle up, jump. Go. Circle up, jump. All right, stand ups. Ready, go. Okay, shots. Ready, go. Focus on technique still. Okay. Push-ups. Okay, V-up, one double. Woo, form suffering. Last one's forward. Woo! Well, you guys get the gist. I need a better time assist. One round done. Take a quick break. Ready to go again. Ready, 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 ready. Going sprawl. Burpees. Stand ups. Form. Explode. All right. Shots. Ready to go. All right. Push-ups. Control your breathing. Re-ups. All Okay. 4. All right. Woo! You guys see what it is. What am I doing in the third round? Woo! Well, that was a good burn for me, but I'm also a coach, retired athlete, not necessarily competing anymore, so you kids out there should be able to make 3 rounds easy and shouldn't be a problem. Hopefully, you guys got something out of this, man. I had fun doing it. Just in my garage, crazy man vibing. Obviously this device kind of connects us all, but probably doing this anyway, man. Shout out to Lewis for the opportunity and the challenge. And shout out to all you guys for tuning in and listening. Like I said, athletes for sure, I hope you got something out of this stuff. You can do your stance motion every single day for an hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes. How much better are you going to be by the time quarantine's over? How much better are you going to be by the time we get back to season or back to school or whatever? So get better on your own, man. Don't let not having a partner or not having any equipment, don't let that stuff be an excuse for you. All right? So anyways, appreciate you guys. Rock on.